Hello everyone, good evening. How was your day? Hope it went smoothly. I'm Bukumi by name. Welcome to City on Hill. This is a platform that encourages both young and old on how to start any projects or goal. Not just imagining, but taking the right step. For some weeks, I will be taking you through some trainings before bringing in our guests. I want the foundation to be solid and well grounded. So moving on, this week we are going to be discussing strategic planning. Last week we discussed about some essential steps to start a new project. Strategic planning. For this, there is need for us to understand the main meaning of strategic and the word planning. So being strategic is the ability to lead ourselves, our teams and our organization in a way that advances the organization's mission and goals to create advantage for long term, which won't just perish or gone in a short while or period. Therefore, this makes you know where you will focus your efforts to achieve your goals and how you will succeed. However, there is need for you to be a strategic person. It is important for you to have a strategic foresight. I mean strategic thinkers. Strategic thinkers have the ability to think ahead, which makes you to take a specific course of actions that will take you from where you are now to where you want to be. So when it comes to the case of planning means deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who should do it. This bridges the gap from where the organization is to where it wants to be. The planning function involves establishing goals and arranging them in logical order. Therefore, the major objective to get the company or organization moving towards this particular fulfillment is strategic vision. Just as I've said earlier, for you to be a strategic person, it is important for you to have a strategic foresight. This will help you in this area. So the end result of strategic planning is strategic roadmap. As we know that execution without planning is risky, stressful, potentially very expensive and wasteful. We need both strategic vision and strategic planning. We need both. Tonight I'm going to explain some steps of strategic planning. Number one is that you define your strategic vision. So on this, before deciding what the business needs to accomplish, how the business will go about accomplishing those things, or when the strategic plan will be implemented, have to answer a very important question. Why is this strategic plan being implemented? That's the number one question. A strategic vision or strategic statement is a brief document that defines where the organization aspires to be and what it wants to accomplish in the mid to long term future. So when writing your strategic vision, you should focus on creating a vision that is future focused. Number one, your strategic vision should be future focused. Number two, it should be clear and specific. Here, it's very important for it to be clear and specific. It should be collaborative. It should also be realistically attainable. It should be measurable also, and most importantly, relevant and memorable. Doing so is aligned in working toward the desired outcome. Step 2 is setting strategic goals. You are still in the very early stage of strategic planning, so it's important not to get too caught up on specifics. Strategic goals should be broad and big pictures, focusing on what needs to be accomplished versus determining how and when these goals will be accomplished. However, you need to know the practical ways to accomplish your goal and also determine how you will. In any way, throughout the strategic planning process, you will gain more information and have the opportunity to make these goals more granular and specific. But for now, it's important to define the general direction your company or associates or organization. Your direction determines your end goal. Your direction determines your end goal. So the third step is outlining strategic objectives. Outlining strategic objectives. In this particular step, it's time to break down each strategic goal into specific, quantifiable objective. A useful and important framework can be applicable for translating strategic goals into strategic objectives. It is to make them SMART. S-M-A-R-T. SMART. S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for actionable. R stands for relevant. T stands for time bound. So each of these work, I'm gonna explain each of them vividly. We pick letter S first from the word SMART. Specific. This should outline exactly what you want your organization to achieve. This should outline exactly what you want your organization to achieve. However, it could be within 3 months or 6 months, even 1 year and more, depending on how you want it on your context of specification. The next letter is strategic objective should be quantifiable with ways to measure success. Accuracy and precision is needed. However, strategic objectives should be accurate and well precised. Strategic objective should be accurate and well precise. Our next letter is A, actionable. There should be specific actions that can be created to achieve a strategic objective. So the next letter is relevant. So here it should be realistically attainable and make a meaningful impact on your overall success and the realization of your vision. Yes, it's very important. The realization of your vision is important. So the next letter, which is the last, is letter T, time bound. So here strategic objectives should include realistic deadlines based on your best projection at the strategic planning process. So to every business, projects and many more, there is always challenges. However, the way you handle it is the most important. There is need for the identification of the challenges, and that brings us to point number 5. That's identifying business projects challenges. They are the problems you will face in implementing your strategic plan. However, identifying these challenges will help you determine what specifically your projects or business need to accomplish in order to achieve its strategic vision, helping you to avoid potential pitfalls. It will help you to really avoid potential pitfalls. This serves as a precautions or precautions. Each strategic objectives we defined earlier has its own series of corresponding business challenges, so we need to be prepared to overcome. Remember, the more specific in defining your project or business challenges, the equipped you will be. You will be able to plan effective solutions. Nothing will cut you unaware because the root cause will be adequate and effectively identified. At this stage of the strategic planning process, you have enough structure in place that you can begin to use as strategic roadmap. It becomes easy for you to organize, streamline, and automate large chunks of your strategic process. This brings us to the next step, which is called structuring project or business objective. So we are going to stop here for this week and continue next week. Don't forget to drop your questions. I would like to hear your feedback also. Follow me on Instagram, Akanbi Oluwabukumi, YouTube channel, Akanbi Oluwabukumi. Follow me on TikTok, City on Hill, Facebook, Akanbi Oluwabukumi. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.